being here this morning. And it's exactly 10. And let's proceed with our agenda for this board meeting. I would like to call to order and let's do a roll call, please.
Geraldine Stanley, Contractors License Board Secretary.
Lydia Bailey, Contractors License Board Supervisor Investigator.
Vince Ariola, DPW Director.
Sandra Miller, Assistant Attorney General.
Nabora, Vice Chair.
Michelle Santos, Revenue and Tax.
Surya Sanchez, Executive Director, COB.
Bernard Benavente, Board Chairman.
Marcus Fenonia, Investigator, COB.
Andrew Mesa, COB Investigator.
Aaron Aragon, COB Investigator.
Maria Perez, AO.
Ilan Jeremiah Edison.
John Ilan Jeremiah Edison.
Good morning. Thank you for being here today. Okay, affirmation of the public notice. That's item 3.
So this agenda was published on Wednesday, March 8th, edition of the Guam PDN. And then also an amended agenda was published on March 13th of the Guam PDN.
Very well. Okay, so let's review item 4. Review the minutes for February 8, 2023. It was a regular board meeting. Proposed action to formally accept the minutes, but if the board would want to review the minutes, or should we, are you okay, we move on, we'll table this and move on? Approve, motion
Table.
to approve it?
I make motion to approve the minutes subject to correction.
Do I hear a second motion?
I did, I seconded.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, item 5, public comments. We have the public present today. Sir, anybody? Nobody? No. Okay, no comments. Okay, let's move on to section reports, the administration division. Maria,
Good morning.
good morning.
As of March 9th, total amount of, for 2023, we have 902 active contractors. Inactive is 31. Master electrician is 42. Total amount is 991. The C68, we did not issue the C68. That was put on the license. There's 231. Renewal for 2024 is today, which is March 15. And any contractor can either pick up or go through our website. From January 23rd to March 3rd, there are a total amount of 10 contractors with the following companies are Superman Corporation, Titan Temperature Control, ELB Construction, RT Construction, not sure how to pronounce that, Excel Construction Inc.,
Prosperity.
Prosperity Construction LLC, Guam Services Corp., ELC Builders, Impress Builders, and Team Builders. And the new RNUs are Felix Garcia, Randy Navarro, Maria Teresa Ermitano.
So these guys, these new ones are just general?
On the right side, it has the classification.
Oh, okay.
A, B, and air conditioning, refrigeration. Majority is either an A or B, general engineering, general building, air conditioning, refrigeration, electrical.
Superman Corporation.
Watch out.
Mr. Kim.
Okay.
Mr. Kim.
Spider-Man next week.
We have quite a few people coming in for master electrician, huh? It's building up, a lot of,
Well, some of their,
Existing.
their licenses, majority of the master electrician licenses, they renew every 2 years.
okay.
And we have been getting a lot of master electricians come in and take the test.
All right. Okay, any questions so far on the list of new contractors? Okay, we should move on to item 2, investigation division. Nita Bailey.
Good morning. Our investigation section report for March 15, 2023. We have the list of open and closed cases. Open cases, we have 13. We have closed cases 4. Total citations issued 3. Amount of fines issued to date 8,500. Number of building permits cleared for January to February 2023, 113. I have attached a copy of the open and closed cases. So the 13 open cases are number 1, case number 2021-0904, GMI versus ASIG. It's still an open case. Number 2, case number 2022-0401, Ronald A. Adams versus Tati Builders. This is a warranty issue, and the contractor is doing, continuing to finish the work. There was kind of delay because of the weather, because the work that's going to be done is outside. So, but it will be completed soon. And on number 3, case number 2022-0601, CLD versus Fernando Bilong. This is an unlicensed contractor, and we issued a citation. The contractor had a promissory note, but it's not paid up yet, so there's like $400 remaining. And the contractor was claiming for a hardship, but we will bring it to the board on the next board meeting, because we need some documentation to support the claim of hardship. Okay, so on case number 2022-07.
Sorry, Nita. So the claim of hardship also came with asking for leniency for the balance of the citation that's issued to this individual. So again, like Nita said, we are preparing a final report on that so that we have the necessary documents to present to the board, to make your final decision if we're gonna grant this individual his request.
This is Fernando Bilong?
Yeah.
Correct.
What's the original fine amount? 1,200. 1,200?
Yeah.
And he's paid 700? 800?
And so, we are in a agreement now with the investigators that I wish to make sure we complete all the necessary documents that must be attached to this request before we fire it to the board, for you guys' final decision. Okay?
Is this the first time?
Yeah,
Yeah,
first,
for Mr. Bennett.
unlicensed.
How long's it been since we fined him?
0601, so that's June.
Of 2022?
Because the unlicensed is really a very tough, you know.
He doesn't really work, he can only afford $100 a month, and he's been paying on time, he just ran out of funds and got sick, basically. So the
Got
letter,
sick?
Yeah, it's
yeah,
in
so the
medical,
letter says,
being treated right now.
Oh.
He's on medical right now?
yeah.
So we don't know, that's why I'm requesting for supporting documents for what he's claiming, to include airfares and all that, so I make sure that you guys are providing the best documentation you might want to use for your final decision, so that's where we are.
Okay.
So number 4, case number 2022-0701, Barrow versus Xiangwang Construction. This is also unfinished work, but since the materials are coming from off-island, so that's the delay, but they are moving forward with it. Hopefully it will be completed in 30 days, and we can close the case once all those unfinished work will be completed and accepted by the owner. So case number 2022-0702, Tricia Lizama versus Aztec Builders. This is a warranty issue, and the contractor is trying to resolve it, but it's like it's not moving anywhere. So we're just gonna put this contractor on red flag until, you know, he can complete it. It's really dragging. So this contractor, if he could not finish the agreement with the homeowner, this contractor might have his the renewal of his license could be. We will bring it to the board, you know, for the decision if the board is going to renew the license. But right now, this contractor is on red flag. So if they're going to submit for a clearance for a new project, we will not sign off on the clearance until the issue is resolved.
Is this a large amount of money or?
It's a large amount. Actually, the issue here was the original code was low, and he was losing out on the project because of the COVID. You know, he had a hard time finding workers and stuff like that. But he completed it. There is an occupancy, but there's a lot of questions on the workmanship, and the homeowner wanted it to be rectified. So they are working together, but the only problem is he was trying to charge more money because his estimation was really low, and then he lost out. So that's why he said he had a hardship. But they're still working together. But we need to kind of put a deadline to it, because if he has this hardship, how could he even address the other project that he will encounter? So that's just.
How did we get occupancy if the workmanship is not any good?
Yeah, Marcus went in there and inspect the project.
It passed the inspections from DPW.
It was an existing house, right?
They
And they built in front.
Correct. There was an original home, then they renovated and then built an extension to
Okay,
it.
so what did they not complete? Because I know it was not painted.
So I'm not, the contracts different than what the warranties are. So the warranty, the only thing I know that's left over was mostly aesthetic stuff. So just plastering.
I think the homeowner painted it herself.
I believe so.
Yeah,
She
because
was
there's a
trying to
coat
cut
of paint, but I saw them painting.
Yeah.
So is it a real warranty issue, or is this just an issue with the homeowner?
No, it's warranty. It's warranty. The contractor admits that he has other things to complete. It's just he ran out of money, and that's where he's stuck at.
How long has this been ongoing?
This was since
August.
July last year.
Jesus.
Yeah. So he's slowly been completing. It's just that it's taking him.
Did it also include plumbing or connection or?
Yes, and that's one of the things he did address already.
Yeah,
Yeah, that you saw that with that trench in the front, right?
for a long
Mhm.
time,
Yeah, yeah. So that's what I'm saying, it just took him,
Warranty means that the project's completed, you're just having issues with what was completed.
Yeah.
Like, they
Correct.
painted the house, but the paint is peeling,
Correct.
or,
No.
yeah,
The
Yeah.
cabinets are falling apart.
So this project already kind of started off on a sort of bad note, cause he landed the project right around the time the materials, the cost of living started to rise. So his quote was way underquoted. So he's pretty much
That's everybody.
playing catch up, yeah. It's the risk, you know.
So what's the resolution here?
He's just been giving us deadlines when he can complete it, and unfortunately the homeowner's not happy with the deadlines.
yeah, because their house looks like crap.
I did give her options. I was like, you can stop him from completing work and then hire another contractor, but even the homeowner said she ran out of funds too, so. I mean, that would, you know, get her house done, at least that, but then she'd pay more and then maybe
So,
have to sue the
Occupant's
guy.
been, was there a loan on this?
I believe so.
Was there a performance bond on this?
I don't know.
Just an extension, right?
It's,
Extension?
yes, it's an extension. Renovation to the old home plus extension.
How much was the project?
I gotta go back and check.
100 grand?
Maybe a little more. Over two, I believe.
200 plus.
Over
Over
200.
Yeah. Oh, it's a good size extension. It's almost up an older.
She has a lot of kids.
Yep,
She has a lot of
I
kids.
think she even drives a bus, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. The minibus.
Well, she signed, obviously the occupancy was issued, so everybody approved of it.
Right, right.
And
So
then later on, issues came
Correct,
about?
Yep.
Well, I don't think the work was complete.
Like, why was it
So
signed off on?
she's probably
Yeah.
writing off the warranty that it's still valid, and she could have the contractor take care of the problem via the warranty. You know, although it's not necessarily technically a warranty, because it's not, might not be a warranty issue, but it felt that way maybe because it's still under warranty.
That's what I'm trying to
And
understand
then
here.
his job is not, probably
it-
not in accordance
Yeah,
to.
is it
the
a true
approved
warranty
yeah.
issue, or is this non-completion
Yeah.
of construction? Those
It
two
should
different
have been
things.
completed.
Yeah,
correct,
it's-
because
could be
inspectors,
partly
they thought
completed, partially completed, like painting, plaster and all that, but now there are problems with painting, plaster, so I guess that.
But an
refers
occupancy
back-
was issued?
Correct.
Yeah,
There
maybe it
was-
looked good in the beginning, but after a few months, it starts to peel or due to workmanship there, so. The warranty says that, maybe,
If the warranty is 1 year and it's over, that's it.
yeah.
It's almost quite possible the contractor might even file bankruptcy into this. It's
Can you
not.
give me more
it's-
information on this sideline, and now let me talk to my inspectors and see what happened? See if we have issues as well on our side.
Okay, no worries.
Okay, let's move on. Item 6.
So number 6, case number 2022-0801, Geronimo Lorenzo versus Napsi Zero Tamayo. This is another unlicensed contractor.
Oh, wow.
So we issued a citation, they're not contesting the citation, they admitted to their mistake, and then they signed promissory note to pay for, for the citation. But as of today, it's not yet paid. So it's really, the investigator keeps following up, he just keeps promising to come to the office and pay, but it's not yet paid. So I don't know really what to do with the unlicensed as far as their promissory note, because probably if we have, right now we have already unlicensed that has not paid, we have 2. So if we can forward it to the, because on the citation there, it says there that if they will not pay, then we can forward their case to the AG. So maybe that would be the next step that we can do, consolidate it, and then to file an injunction or whatever will be. But next month, if there's nothing that's gonna happen, maybe we will consolidate the cases of the unlicensed, and then we will just forward it to the AG.
Vince,
Well,
how did they get, I'm sorry, building permit if the contractor's unlicensed.
No
There's no
permit.
permit?
Then you get
As
no
I said,
permit.
no permit.
No
No
permit.
permit.
That's why the
So
fine.
we did issue a, I have to imagine, we did issue a notice of violation and a stop work order, correct?
Oh, yeah, this
Yes.
one is already, they're already ceased and desist. They're
Yes.
already, because they're unlicensed, they cannot go back or
Right.
anything at all. We try to help them and tell them that, you know, if this is really your work and you just don't know the law, you can apply for a license, you know, and make your business
He
legal.
ought to know that he has to be
But
licensed.
they,
He
you know,
just can't do it.
they just, they just do it, you know. But I don't think na Tamayo has any other, I don't know, Andrew, about Tamayo, how do
When was this issued?
He's a skilled
The
worker,
citation?
so
This was last year also,
Last year.
2022.
When? August?
August of last year. So he's been avoiding my calls and everything, so.
I think you guys should have a timeframe.
Yeah.
That if we don't do this, then just put them back together and refer to the issue.
Yeah,
and do
that,
it.
that,
Because
that,
you guys are wasting your time
exactly.
and there's not enough
That
of you.
helps us a lot.
And you don't have a truck. So.
Yeah, we do have a truck.
I just throw that.
Frida!
But you're spinning your wheels and I really hate to see that. I'm sitting here and I don't want to get work and I'm getting frustrated listening.
100%
So,
agree.
yeah,
So
so
we'll put it
maybe
together.
like 4 months, 6 months and move it on. Okay.
Thank you.
Well, yeah, that's a good idea, Lita, and we'll prepare all the necessary documents again, forward it to the board for their review and approval, for it to be forwarded to the legal.
Okay.
Okay.
So number 7, Persia Parish versus Jinhua. This is an ongoing case. This is also a warranty issue. There's an occupancy, but then the septic tank and the leaching field failed, and it was approved by EPA. So the case was even already sent to Appeals Board because whoever certified, you know, the plant, everything was approved and with an occupancy, and now everything is failing. There's no percolation test on the leaching field.
There's
But
no percolation test, or the percolation test failed?
there was nothing on the plan that says so. The contractor, of course, just followed what is approved. So on wherever the location in Jonia, that area there, so now they have to redesign everything. The designer is working out also with DPW on the redesign. And the other issue also is on the electrical, but GPA had monitored it and they could not find any problems with the electrical. So we're recommending that maybe the master electrician that certified it, because why would he certify it if there is problems? So
What's going on with the electrical?
Power fluctuations.
power fluctuation. And I think GPA had put a monitor, but they cannot find
They didn't find
anything wrong with it. But the thing here is that Jinhua is cooperating and they have a redesign, and hopefully the new design for the septic tank and the leaching field will, you know, will be corrected. But also the Appeals Board is investigating the engineer. But it's still ongoing, it's still an open case. We cannot close it until the redesign is approved and the sewer and the electrical is corrected.
Do we know who the engineer is of record?
ADC.
I'm sorry?
ADC.
Oh, that's why.
So your office is also
Yeah.
checking on it.
No.
This contractor, Andrew, you wanna elaborate? This is his second time here, or second type of
Violation.
violation.
That case is still pending right now. We just received it like 2 days ago.
Well,
But-
we need to check on this.
Yes, we are.
He's the same contractor from the yesterday or the other day's complaint,
Well, they're just
And
a
then
new
he's
complaint.
here
they just
again?
came-
so he's constantly doing this.
But
So,
this might be a design problem too. Yeah.
The question is, he's a contractor, he should know about the design. If the design is flawed, then why continue? You call the engineer in and say, this is flawed, this is not.
It's occupied, it's occupancy passed,
Yes, I understand that.
but it's a
But see,
design
somebody
problem.
failed to do their job. So we need to
We'll wait.
contact all, Director, sir, we should send this over to
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mr. Ramiro and have him, this is a constant issue with this contractor. So it's a blame game, the contractor says it's the engineer says it's the contractor, and it'll continue like this. So,
Is there occupancy on this?
yes.
But this one they follow, there's even a calculation on this, but it still failed. So the designer, it's in Pills, we're coordinating with Pills because we don't want to say that it is if the design is the one that is failure here, so the contractor just follows what is in the design.
Okay.
But it's an ongoing, we haven't reported it yet because we just received it and we don't want to jump into something because it's already started with Pills work. Okay, so number 8, CRW Trading versus Base Corporation. This is actually a debt which is related to the project that's done by Base Corporation. So they haven't paid CRW Trading.
Correct.
So there might be a citation coming for this because this is like already like as materials that's already used.
There is an update though.
Okay.
They did make payment, just it's not complete. It's still, we got a balance left over.
So CRW is a vendor,
Correct.
Yeah.
Base Corporation bought materials from the vendor
Correct.
and failed to pay them?
Correct.
So the vendor came to us to complain?
I did tell him we're not a collections agency. He was just asking if we could put pressure on them to make payment. I said, one of the violations is to pay all your vendors upon completion of the project, but the project's not complete yet. That's
There might be a
the reason they can't
So
come
do
to
we
us
have
for
any
that.
skin in this game?
We
Not-
Base is still active, so we can put them also on a red flag.
Short of a phone call maybe?
Yeah, so
Chuck, did we do anything? Did we send a letter to the guy or
yeah, he does the update.
To who?
to Base?
To Base Corp.
Yeah.
They've already, they know about the situation and they're just trying to make payments to him. That's all they were telling us.
But they know we're aware.
Yes, absolutely. We
That, and
vented
that a
them.
complaint has been filed.
Yes, correct. We vented them. They know
Not sure
they're
what we
aware.
can do.
I think
Yeah,
we
it's-
can red flag them.
It's an internal issue at Base Corp.
Because the renewal is coming up, if it could not be.
It's not our hand.
It's not resolved.
Yeah, if it's not resolved by renewal, then we can forward to the board also if they're going to
Okay.
refuse the renewal.
To renew it? Okay. I can let Base Corp know.
Right. So number 9, 2020 to 1201, J1 versus Reliable Construction. This is pending the permit for the retaining wall. They built a retaining wall, but they did not get a permit for it. Andrew?
Or it was, on the plan was just a fence, but according to Jay Wang, they needed to be retaining wall. So they did do the plans and they're running the clearance right now. They're running the permit for review. So they did, it's for retaining wall.
The retaining wall is there.
Are they got the plans for the retaining wall, now they're just routing the clearance to do the
Oh, okay,
retaining
it's
wall.
not built.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Yeah,
Oh,
no permit
So-
for the retaining wall.
After the
So,
fact.
Yeah, it's after the fact.
Pete Trinidad did do the inspection side with them and he recommended to do the retaining wall. So the contractor is working on the plans and getting it routed right now.
Okay.
So number 10, Jesus San Nicolas versus Matthew Manibusan. This is an ongoing. This is like an unlicensed also, but we cannot get a hold of the respondent, Mr. Matthew Manibusan, because they only gave us a phone number. And if we call, there's no answer anymore. The complainant cannot give us an address because, we're trying to send to him, you know, the complaint, but there is, so we'll try our best and,
He holds a electrical license.
no, he doesn't have an
Manabusa?
no.
No,
Tired?
no, I know who you're talking
He did an electrical work unlicensed to this,
I thought he was a master electrician.
no, he's not master electrician. But he's
I know.
doing work as a
That's in Sigma.
contractor.
Might be another Malibu sim too.
Maybe enough. Yeah, I know you know him probably because he's retired from GPA.
Yeah, they're both there. They're both at the
Yeah.
GPA.
So we will try our best to find an address for him, but right now he's not answering on the phone that was given to us. Okay, so number 11, Lawrence Aflawi versus Joseph B. Cruz. This is another unlicensed.
Hang on, I'm sorry.
Okay.
So then, back to number 10, so the complainant, Jesus San Nicolas,
Mm-hmm.
he had work done at his home, or,
Yes.
so is he made whole, is he, you know, our job here is to protect the public, so has he been protected, is he satisfied, or is he getting a new contractor? What's the deal?
Actually, he has a letter that we're supposed to send to Mr. Matthew Manibusan because he was requesting him to refund him the 1,300, you know, that he paid because he did not complete the work that he's supposed to do. But then again, we cannot get a hold of Mr. Manibusan. The only way for us to know, you know, if Mr. Manibusan will pay him back.
Is there a contract?
There's no contract.
Nothing.
It's only a documentation he wrote down, and then we went and inspect actually all the electrical work that was done. It's there, the work was there. It's like another air conditioning layout for, you know, a line for air conditioning to the room. We got all the pictures, so he cannot deny that there was no work done because we went there and took the pictures.
Sounds to me like he, Mr. Sinickles just needs to take it to,
Yeah.
court or something.
Yeah,
There's not-
we
all you can do is write the letter and say we did our job to protect
Yes.
the public. But going after the guy and doing all that, that's extra work. that
It's
doesn't
very
belong to
hard.
the-
We cannot
to the-
confront him. It's so dangerous for, you know, the investigators to, you know, like go there, and that's why we're trying to send him only like a certified mail to, you know, for Mr. San Nicolas to know that we did it, we sent it, but it came back or whatever, you know, that we took action. But
I think that's all you can do.
that's all that we can do, and we advise him also if he has the proof, he can take him to the small claims court.
Yeah, because he has a letter back.
Yeah,
That's it.
but it's also Mr. Nicholas's fault because
Yeah, so it's,
Yeah.
he didn't check it out early.
and that's part of our, about 60% of our unlicensed clients or problems here is that initially it's all agreed upon by the owner,
Yeah.
you know, and the owner knows, I'm sure, that this guy's unlicensed, but for them to save a little money, you know. So that's what's happening here, and then when the deal falls through, then they come to us, and
Too late.
now we try to fix it for them, but to the point where, honestly, when this crosses my radar, I sometimes think, are we really gonna look into this anyway? Is it our responsibility? Or maybe we'll, like all these unlicensed contractors, that my point here is that, and like we mentioned earlier in the first one, we're gonna prepare a package here for all these unlicensed contractors, but 90% of them are not responding to us. So we're gonna prepare a package to them for you guys as board to review and make the final decision if it warrants for it to be moved forward to the Office of the Attorney General for whether civil or criminal actions. I don't know, it'll be up to the OAG
I
to
think
decide for us.
that's all you can do. It's not this board's responsibility to go after, collections.
Right,
And,
Okay.
and there is, you're right, Mr. Sanchez, the complainants, they take a risk when
Yeah.
they, sign up.
Yeah.
So,
and it just makes it more difficult for us,
Yeah, that's
especially our investigators going out, you know.
Sometimes they don't even have receipts. Nothing to
Cash,
prove that
just
So-
pay cash and
verbal
There has to-
agreements.
There has to be a threshold where you can continue, because, seems to me, they took a risk, they're coming to the board, they're coming
Right.
to you guys now to do this,
Right.
that's kind of.
Clean up.
Yeah, there has to be a point where you just do that letter and then.
Certifying letter
And then
to all
that's
that,
it.
yeah.
We don't want to even get involved at $1,300 level, I'm sorry to say, because you're spending your roads and you come and spin our wheels and it's not worth, I mean, it's not worth it. It is the public, but they made a mistake when they went and got somebody that's unlicensed. And now they're coming to us to rectify it. Sorry, but 1,300? You guys don't have enough time to do all of this, so, sorry.
Okay, good point.
Okay, move on.
Number 12, it's almost, number 12, CLB versus Mecca United. This is safety violation on the field investigation. This company was found with safety violation, so we cited them and we fined them $1,000. And of course, they signed a promissory note, but they are active, so if they could not pay their promissory note by the end of June, then their license will not be renewed. Okay, so number 13, this is 2022-0501 Franklin Johnson versus Paul Sablan. This is the case that was discussed by the last board meeting, the unlicensed one. So we sent a citation of $5,000 via certified mail to Mr. Paul Sablan, but the mail returned. He did not, so it was returned to us, but a good thing is the AG's office is also investigating and pursuing a criminal case against Mr. Sablan because of so many complaints about this home. So the AG will be, AG's office and the consumer division is going to let us know if they're going to schedule a hearing, if they could serve them. So when the hearing is scheduled, we can also serve, if Mr. Sablan is there, we can serve to him personally the citation. So that is where Mr. Sablan's case right now. Yeah, that's the 5,000. Did I miss that? Flagway versus Joseph Cross. This is the one that we said we're going to consolidate. It's the same situation, unpaid, unlicensed and paid, so we can put it together to consolidate for the board's decision if they could not pay by next board meeting. Right, Alvin?
Yeah.
But make sure that you still continue
Yes.
calling him because the consumer here is
Yeah, there was a contract for that.
Okay, so the closed cases, I got 4, 2022-01, 0201, it was already paid, this was a promissory note, so it finally got paid off, so I have to close the case. 2022-0602, Three Brothers Builders is the same, it's a promissory note, it's a safety issue, so the total amount has been paid. Case 2022-0101, CLB versus YC, it's also a promissory note, and it got paid. And 2023-0103, CLB versus Gaujin, this is an unlicensed, he got cited for $2,500 and he paid his citation, so we close his case.
Okay, very well.
So my next update is regarding case 2021-0904, JMI Ed Ila versus ASIG, Menzies. The executive director is going to elaborate more because I said it is status quo, but there's some new information that just came before our board meeting, so.
Yeah, this morning about 9:30 today, we have received a response from the Office of Attorney General, and this is from Attorney Guthrie. Guthrie?
This Chief Deputy
Chief Deputy.
Joseph
Joseph Guthrie, yeah. So we do have finally a official response from the Office of the Attorney General. And although it came before a scheduled meeting, but the response is quite lengthy, and before we move forward with this, I wanna make sure I review it. And then we are gonna take the next step in this process of our findings, investigative findings, and then it will be forwarded to the board for you guys' decision. We do the findings, we give you guys for your decision. But we did receive the inquiry that we forwarded to the AG's office. So it's here with us now, and it's gonna rest in my office until the findings concluded and other protocol we need to do before it's released to you guys for your decision. Then from there, it's gonna go forward.
We're good with that? We're okay?
Yes, so the Attorney General made he reviewed the file and made some findings and a conclusion, and it's been submitted to this board, where you should all, if you haven't, I mean, you would need to review it yourself and then come to a decision as to what your next steps are going to be.
Sir, Mr. Elo, sir, you okay with that, sir?
Is,
We have to review it first and
you
then.
know, of course, we've been waiting for about a year and a half
Yes.
regarding this case already. So, and you guys have had an investigative report for a few months already. Now, you have the AG's opinion on your hand. Can't you just discuss it now?
Yeah, I'm kinda leaning the same way. Is there anything gonna change between, do you see anything as the executive director here, anything change from the AG's opinion between now and the next meeting?
Oh, no, I mean, we could,
Otherwise, I'd like to review it now.
not a problem.
Yeah,
Just provide a
Yeah, just-
copy.
yeah.
Unless I'm all for it, let's do it now.
How many copies is required? 4 copies?
Board members and,
And
Board members.
choose it.
Is there a board member on this?
No.
So why do you're not gonna have one?
and, 1, 2, Sandy, you don't need a call, right? I mean, a copy.
I have my own copy.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I got a copy right here, yeah. So, yeah, Mr. Chair,
6 now. 7 just in case.
so, oh my God. Stop.
That takes you out of it.
Yeah, thank you.
I will read it and then maybe council here can just explain it if there's any,
Sure.
Go to the back.
yeah, that's where I'm going.
The recommendation is
That's how we do it.
I'm going to the back.
the summary.
So legal can, if I present it, could I just go to the back? And if they
Yeah,
want
that's-
details, they could, okay.
However you want to proceed, it's your discretion.
Okay. So. Hey.
We're still in session, right?
Zero, 2 for the,
Yes, I have them coming out.
So this becomes part of the board packet, okay, just.
Okay.
Thank you.
Anything presented to the board is part of the, just becomes part of the public board.
right. I like this. Quiero baches. You ready to roll, Jerry?
That's it.
Yes, everybody who,
Oh, Rita,
yes,
she's
Paulina has one, you have
finally
one,
ready to roll, I guess.
and you have one? Okay.
Yeah, the investigator's
Everybody
got
has
one
one?
copy.
Yes, okay.
I'm not sure.
It's an open. It's now open.
The one to make sure. Thank you.
You can just flip that. The first parts are always the.
Musical? Mr. Chair, okay, I would like to go ahead and release the page 10 here, the summary of this response from the Office of the Attorney General. And that I also recommend that if anything, they could also go ahead and review from page 1 upward, but just so we move it further forward, I'd like to start with the summary of this report. Page 10.
Yes, please proceed.
Okay, summary. The COB exists to regulate the construction industry and to safeguard consumers in matters related to construction. By law, it is authorized to conduct investigations into complaints about unlicensed contractors and to take appropriate disciplinary actions which may include fines, injunction, or cease and desist orders. Upon receiving the consumer complaint filed by JMI, the COB followed its standard operating procedures. This include bullet number 1, issuing a notice to appear and personally meeting with Menzies and its legal counsel. Bullet number 2, permitting Menzies to submit a written statement responding to the allegations made by JMI. Bullet 3, page 11, permitting JMI to submit a reply written to the written statement filed with Menzies. Bullet number 4, conducting field and job site inspection at GIA to observe and photograph the baggage handling and conveyance system, and prepare a written investigation report of its finding for consideration by the COB Board of Directors. Okay? As an administrative body of the government of Guam, the COB has primary jurisdictions to make determinations of matters within its authority. And such decisions are entitled to deference unless contrary to law or unsupported by substantial evidence. Government of Guam versus Gutierrez ex Realtors 2015, 8/16, citing the AAL at 5 GCA subsection 9239, 9240, and council, the abbreviation AAL, I just want to make sure it's
Is the administrative
adjudication law, right? Okay, yeah, so that's what AAL is all about. The ongoing Superior Court of Guam proceedings, sure you guys all aware of that proceeding that's ongoing, right? In the court right now. Do not affect the ability and responsibility of the COB to proceed with its administrative duties in enforcing all of Guam's laws under its jurisdiction. Protection of the public against unlicensed contractors remains paramount in the COB's mandate and responsibilities. In this matter, and absence the presentation of anything to the contrary, it appears that the COB followed all applicable administrative due process requirements and that substantial evidence exists to support its conclusion that under Guam law, the scope of work described in GIAA RFP number 005 FY21 requires that the selected offeror hold a specialty contractor's license from the COB in the C13 electrical contractor subclassification. Further, it appears appropriate that the COB begin enforcement proceedings to protect the public against unlicensed contractor and to assess fines as prescribed by law, supra. Respectfully, Joseph Guthrie, Chief Deputy Attorney General. So, to the board members, this is the OAG's respond to our discussions, so it's your call now.
Thank you for reading that out, Director. On the Guam International Airport Authority RFP 005 FY21 requires that the selected offerer hold a specialty contractor's license, correct?
Yes.
They were the selected offerer, Menzies, correct, sir?
Yes, yes, sir.
So up to this day, they do not have a C-13
They don't.
board, anybody?
They have not applied, otherwise we would have posted.
Okay, but it states here that it's required of the RFP that they have one and they did not follow through.
That's correct, Mr.
Is
Chairman.
that correct?
It's also the airport, whoever's reviewing the RFP, they didn't meet the requirements. That is lacking.
Mr. Chairman, just as a point of clarification, okay, because on page 8, the excerpts of the RFP are actually there. And it does not state that they have to have a C-13, but it does describe the work. And that work falls, the investigators have found
Under C-13.
that it falls in this group, but it doesn't say C-13.
Right.
That
Correct.
number is, you know, letter and number is not there, just to clarify.
Right.
But if you read what it is that they're,
Page
that
8.
you have to do,
Page 8.
if
Yeah,
you-
but after what is mentioned here and is identified by your office.
by the investigators.
Yeah, and that it's gonna require.
Yeah, so if you
C-13.
read this, and that's, I guess, the question, right?
Right.
Does this RFP require a C-13 even though it doesn't say C-13?
So through the
That's what you all
That's what we
decide.
found out.
through this investigation, Ms. Nita, who is doing the electrical work up there?
Menzies?
There was a electrician mentioned, or someone that was, I hired a company.
We did not get names, but they are doing the work. It is in the investigation report. It's in that packet that we submitted to the AG for.
Where does that master electrician play a part? That's what I'm
Master
coming to.
electrician is an employee. He could be an employee, but he's not a contractor.
But does he have to get some certification?
Menzies,
If he's a
actually,
master
they
electrician?
hired as their employee, probably one of their policies in their business to have their a master electrician, but they have a master electrician as an employee there.
But what I'm saying is, to call yourself a master electrician, don't you need some certification?
Yes, from our office.
Okay, so
Yes.
it's a done.
And here's the bottom line, once they hired me up, the master electrician, that he's employed by the
Yeah.
contractor.
Yeah.
So, contractor, by law.
Yeah,
okay,
but not licensed
Needs.
contractor, not licensed employee.
which now really technically under the contractor, because he was hired by the contractor, paid for it with the contractor.
Yeah,
So
but
now the
if you-
contractor needs to acquire a license
Correct.
to do the job, for that electrician to do the job, because now he's
For their
employed.
company.
But the-
Double.
But the question is, this RFP called for a specific thing, and whether it's that wording,
Yeah.
and so they did their due diligence, so, what do you call that? Airport gave them this, contract, or RFP, but we went in to investigate it, and they did not do what was required according to this licensing. Okay? That's a citation that we're looking at right now.
Yes,
Correct.
Is that,
ma'am.
that particular certification is not in the RFP. It's kind of misleading because it doesn't say it, but the requirements pertain to this license. So the question for us board is, are we gonna proceed to, which, correct, am I in the wrong, I'm going in the right direction? We are going to look at whether our requirement was not enforced by GIAA or whoever they gave it to, correct? So that's what's before us today. We have to decide whether we're fining GIAA for not having that little particular thing corrected?
No, we're
Okay,
finding
who are we finding?
Menzies.
Menzies.
We're finding the
If-
people that got the contract.
Yes.
Okay,
Correct.
so,
But I
But
think
if you-
GIAA
Has a
has,
responsibility.
yes,
Oh, yeah,
exactly.
I agree.
Yeah.
That's
so
the
who are we
procurement.
fining?
The contractor,
Why?
because they're
We did not award the
unlicensed.
contract.
They're unlicensed.
They're unlicensed.
They have a business license
Yeah.
with
Correct.
rev
Thank
and
you.
tax.
Yes.
They have a business license with rev and tax. So
So,
for the type of work they do, they should have a license.
They need to
It's
have a
why.
contractor's license
correct,
because of what they do.
correct.
And although it's not mentioned in the RFP, like the way we're talking about it, C13 and all that.
Yeah.
But if we work, it goes, all work shall be performed, patterned and conform to any required applicable, then existing federal and local regulations and other codes. Boom.
Well, we
That's
didn't give the
Well,
contract.
no, that's what the airport's saying.
Yeah, so we should find the airport.
What's a
But they're
procurement?
not the one doing the
Yeah.
job.
I understand
Menzies is
that,
the one
but,
performing the
I
job.
think
You-
the
both
bottom
of
line
them.
here
Yeah,
is,
probably.
whether it be airport or contractor, it's not right. The guy needs a license to do work out here.
So for-
When you say the guy, it's Menzies.
Menzies, yeah,
Contractor.
whether it's
So
their guy or it's a
Menzies
company.
cannot hire a third party to go and do the actual
And say it's
master
their employee.
electrician, go, and do the work.
They actually could hire an electrician or
As
master
long as
electrician
he's
to do the
licensed
work,
with us.
but
Yes.
the contractor needs to have a contractor's license for them to
Primary.
do the job.
The primary
Yeah,
contractor.
no matter if the guy's an ME or
Where
not.
is that in the books?
It doesn't.
It is, there is, it's under definition of a contract. Even if you hire a subcontractor is still required to get a contractor's license as long as you're performing
Work.
work
Construction
under
work.
construction, altering or anything.
So basically, the AG's office is recommending that we follow our enforcement procedures,
Correct.
which you guys have investigated, which you are now asking us to approve what do you call it? To approve or disapprove the proceedings against this company, correct?
Correct.
They got the remedies here, under section 70109, it could issue a cease and desist.
Page 9.
Yeah,
Page
page
9.
10,
Oh, page 10.
yeah, the remedies for this,
Are responsible.
number 10, 70109.1. So these are the remedies that is in.
Just fine.
I think, I just like to caution this board that no matter which remedy we head into with this, is that we've gotta bear in mind that this is a commerce building. This is where all our goodies are coming in and going out and all that, mail and all this, air mails. We gotta be sensitive to all that and see which will be the best remedy, or even we're gonna bring in airport, everybody involved here, to come out with a solution where we're not going to hamper the commerce route. Guys, this is for real.
Then you're very correct, and it should be discussed. It's not, we're not gonna make a decision today, but we do realize that that Menzies made a mistake, and we have
Yeah.
to proceed. So now you have to discuss it with, the
The
remedies.
remedies, yeah, here, too.
You guys have to discuss it and then, give us feedback as which way to go, because you're right. It is not a simple thing, it is,
And that's why it gets,
Go in and out of the
it's a
airport.
challenge for all of us in this room, because part of our responsibility is to conduct the investigation. Once the investigation is concluded, we fire our findings to you folks for your decision. I'm just saying that as a warning, whatever we decide, already we know there's a problem and we need to do our part. But to do our part, we gotta make sure that we don't hamper incoming and outgoing flights, because that's our commerce route. Mail runs,
That's not,
all the goodies,
that-
medical.
No.
I don't think that's our responsibility.
No,
I think it's the airport's responsibility to make sure that
If
that runs
you-
smoothly.
If you guys vote to cease NDC's
I
operation,
don't think we're clear on that.
Yeah.
that's not gonna happen.
No.
No. I,
I mean, it's gonna go way beyond us. But how can we fix this though? This is where the board, everybody in this room, we gotta think about this is, the finding is there, now the decision has to be made. And all I'm saying is that if we do the decision, it's gotta be good, so that we don't stop commerce. It's a challenge, guys. It's like trying to stop a project at Commercial Port. The Coast Guard's gonna come to us and, you don't tell us how the ship comes into this port.
Yeah, Mr. Chairman, this would be my view, that, you know, I certainly wouldn't opt for some cease and desist order
No.
for them to stop all operations. You certainly don't wanna do that. I would recommend that, we give this to the staff and the executive director to figure out the appropriate, penalty for them. That's number one. Number two, I'm not sure if it's stated in here or if, Menzies deliberately, did not get a C, what is it, a C13 license? Because that should also figure into the, into the equation as well. 'Cause I'm kinda, you know, I'm looking at this has been ongoing for what, a year, 2 years? So, you know, if this has been ongoing and they kind of review this, I mean, what's so hard about coming in and trying to get a C13 license?
Well, I think it would be an admission of guilt.
I don't care, but yeah, because after that, look at where we are now,
Well, sir,
you know?
I'm sorry, but
What I'm trying to understand here is they're doing a service, okay, they're doing airline, stuff, like you said, goods, baggage, things like that. So, I don't see why, this is my opinion, why they should hold a C13 license. I don't see why, when they're doing a service through, their, you know, the baggage and all that, they're not, it's somebody else doing the electrical. That's what I know.
Yeah, but that
But they're
person
not-
works for him, works for Menzies.
So I don't know that. We don't
And
know
that's-
that.
That's what he said.
well, the investigation did prove that, and it's in there.
And the whole packet,
Yeah.
everything is there. Who are the people
The
that are
supervisor there in the operation admitted that they do it themselves. So it's in there in the findings. So,
So what we're trying to get here, the individual that's doing the work, he's an electrician. He's a master electrician. So he
But
works
does
for,
He doesn't have the license, he doesn't have, right? That's what you're
Yes,
telling me.
yes, yes.
he doesn't have the
No,
license?
He doesn't, that we discussed
The
that
electrician
earlier.
there, the master electrician,
Doesn't have the license.
how did he have a master
He is an
electrician license?
employee of Menzies, but Menzies is working for the airport. He's-
How did the
it's not that
electrician,
master
that is a
electrician.
master electrician, get a master electrician certification
That's what
if
I
he's not
asked.
licensed?
Yeah.
Master electrician is not a contractor's license.
It
It
is
is,
certified.
it
He's
is
a
only
certified person,
certification.
a competent person that can do the job for companies.
Correct, but he is not a contractor.
Okay, so what's the issue?
what's his name?
He doesn't have a C13.
Because he doesn't have a
He
C13,
doesn't.
the master electrician.
Just the master electrician.
He's just a master electrician, he doesn't have a
Yeah, the
certificate.
The C13 is involved in that master electrician certification.
Mr. Benaventi, in order to perform any kind of work, number one,
Electrical.
and it's electrical, you need a
So where
contractor's
does the master
license.
electrician play a part?
He
He's the
may-
one certifying the C13.
It doesn't matter, he's just considered an employee
He's an employee of the
Menzies.
contractor.
And
Menzies-
because it's employed by Menzies, and Menzies wants to use their employee to do their contract work at the airport to address electrical problems, Menzies gotta have license to do that. Because
We're
that
talking
brings them
two
in.
things here.
Yeah.
We're talking about the electrician, that's a master electrician, and then we're talking about Menzies. Who needs the license?
Menzies.
Menzies, they're
Menzies, sir.
just trying to throw in the ME, so thinking they're gonna
confuse
be
us.
safe.
Yeah.
But
So
in
if
actuality,
if Menzies have the license,
Menzies
and the
doesn't
master
have,
electrician is there,
Menzies, master electrician cannot perform the work. Even if he
he
works,
certifies the work of,
it,
he's a third party
but
individual.
Menzies already stated that they're doing the electrical work.
They admitted it.
They're doing
But
the
he's not a
electrical.
third party, he's an employee.
They-
He's
He's
an
an
employee.
employee.
He's not a
Yes, sir.
third
Yeah,
party.
he's, yeah. It
So
doesn't
if
matter.
Nancy's get the C13 license, that will suffice everything. So that
Yes.
master electrician can go home.
That's right.
No, still.
No.
Is that what we're
It
saying?
doesn't matter,
they
the
cannot-
point is, on the bidding process, sir, they need they need a classification C13.
The part on the RFP, yes.
It says that you need electrical work, so they don't even have Mench's doesn't even have a contractor's license at all. And that's one of the,
They were
They did.
licensed.
They were
before, but not when it
Before.
came to the bid.
Who is licensed?
Menzies here on the first page of this
They had
background
a
of,
C13?
Yes. here
Why
in the
didn't they
background
renew
here.
it?
So I didn't.
That's the problem, they didn't renew the license, we don't know, and
They're.
They know that they're
Beyond our-
supposed to, because in the beginning, in June of 2009 to June 30th, 2010, they have a contractor's license.
He disassociated.
Did they have
Their
their
RV
contract with
is-
the airport?
At that
Yes.
time.
At that time.
Yes.
they
So
did.
everything was the same?
Correct.
basic, yeah.
I guess the airport just went along like carry on, it's the same, but I guess not. It's not.
I guess it's really need to be reviewed to understand the whole opinion to me. 'Cause it's like, Mr.
So do
Chair
we
is-
have, where's it in the books? I need to see that I wanna see that.
Which one, sir?
Where,
give you the
where
part.
does it state that they, that an individual or a company or something that's doing other type of services needs that license because they're they have, of the electrical, the motors, the conveyors,
It's
whatever. I
already
need
there.
to know.
In the review of the AG, it's on.
You're holding it up, I haven't read
Read
it.
I
it.
think on,
That's why
You can tell me it's here, it's there.
Well, that's why I recommend in the beginning
We're not going to solve
for
this
everybody to review it first,
Yeah,
before
special
we
meeting
even
or-
make
Yeah, we
any
need to
kind of
have this,
decision.
you guys need to do your due diligence.
Okay, I suggest again, we get a motion on the floor to, let's discuss this further, you know.
I think it's been lingering for a year and a half, so
Yes.
maybe we should have a special
Next
meeting
week.
just to go
Yeah,
over
please.
this.
Yes, please,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay,
Um,
Next week.
next week.
I'll need ample time to put it in the
If
newspaper,
it's a working
so
session, you still have to put it out.
is it gonna be a working session or a
No,
special meeting?
Legal,
you said special meeting?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
executive session, special meeting?
We just
Just
need
wanted
to
to
meet,
work.
to go over, give us time to read this and then,
The working session is still public,
yeah.
okay, just,
But we don't make a decision, right?
and you cannot make a decision, you can just continue this discussion.
Mm.
It's still recorded but it's just not published in the newspaper because what you need to publish in the paper is a meeting.
So it's not
So,
published if it's
But
So,
a lot of
yeah, is it a
agencies,
work
just to
session
be
or a
safe, they're
special meeting?
publishing anyway. They just-
session.
Work
You want
session?
the work session?
Working
Okay.
session
Vince, what do you think?
next week.
Still a work session.
Yeah, let's just this one thing and let's finish. Cause I do.
And everybody just get your questions, get your issues out, and staff, let's hope staff,
But maybe at the
Explain
same
everything.
time announce a meeting so that we don't have to wait can you do it simultaneously? Then have the meeting after our work session, right, Vince?
Oh, yeah, that's.
So-
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's go.
So you're gonna publish it anyway, you're gonna say work session beginning here, meeting, let's say it's an hour, work session at 10, meeting at 11.
Yeah.
And it's
Yeah.
all one notice and you can publish that.
With the work session, with the meeting, I'll need to put it in 2 days before and then 5 days before.
Yes, if it's a meeting.
So,
7 days.
But you can combine.
yes, I'm just trying to think about the
You
time frame.
can make a combined meeting/work session.
Yes, I'm just thinking about the time frames. Okay.
Yeah,
So
and
I'll
it's
get
that's
that
up
going.
to you.
You can make it a combined notification as well,
Yes.
so you don't spend that money separately.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's,
Should we should move on.
Do
Yeah.
we need to make a motion?
Motion to continue this, the GMI Edison versus Menzies.
I move,
I'm sorry, just to confirm, move the subject matter via a work session, a planned work session,
Yes, sir.
right?
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
To be followed by.
Be followed by
a meeting.
Yes,
a special meeting.
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
got that, Jerry?
Yes, I did, thank you.
Okay.
Director, you wanna continue?
Sir, we only have
Did
one.
we vote on that?
Michelle, yeah, no, we did not. I need a
Vote
second
all-
and a vote.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye,
Aye.
seconded by Rena.
You have a date?
I also, maybe we should, bag the rest of this, agenda, no? What time is?
Can I, if you do, can I just go to the very last one? New business number 3?
Executive director report,
Oh.
because I think that's important. We have some important matters.
Your report, sir?
I thought you made
Well, she said no.
No, I'm sorry, it's up to you.
We're
guys,
not
you know.
voting here, so it's up to you guys.
I know.
No,
It's
no,
up to you.
continue on to the,
Continue?
She has to go.
yeah, you,
No, it's all right.
I do.
Yeah, she has to.
Yeah, I need to leave also.
No more.
But we, because we're gonna have that working session and then a meeting right
That's
after, correct?
right.
So
Hold
can
on.
we do, unless he puts it.
Under new business, was that?
Oh, new business number 3. That's the one that needed to be done by this, by the next meeting.
It's not even approved yet.
I'm sorry?
It's not approved yet by the legislature.
Oh, I got the email. The email is in your packet and the very, one of the last page that it was approved by the governor.
Yeah, that's not the,
Yeah.
20, it's a different,
This
This
one
one?
here. Yes.
Do we vote on it?
Is there anything that needs action from the board?
This one,
This one?
yes.
I'm confused. What are we talking about?
The
number 3,
number 3 on the,
new business?
new business, Director Siriaco Sanchez pay adjustment, proposed action to formally ratify Governor Leon Guerrero's approval of pay adjustment. The email from Adeline Regis at BMR is included in your packet for your review.
Where's that email?
It's in the packet.
Okay.
Who are we giving a pay raise to?
Mr. Sanchez. Mr. Benaventi has the Juju one.
I make a motion to approve.
Well, what's the pay raise from what to what? May I? You deserve a pay raise already?
Where did this go?
Aye.
Yeah, what's the number?
Sorry?
What's the number?
CB to QB.
It's from 70,183 to 75,602 per annum.
2%.
I don't know.
There's the attachment, President's.
Doesn't that have to go to, the legislature?
We would just receive this email where it says that please have your board take affirmative action at the earliest board meeting and sign and be attached to Juju one along with the certifying officer. That's the email we received.
So we're ratifying, that's our responsibility, what they do up there is and following the rules and regulations.
Okay, and this is what was submitted with the email?
Yes.
Okay. Move to approve, the pay adjustment as proposed or suggested by the governor, and given to us in that email from BBMR for the executive director here.
Second, motion to approve, second it. You first it.
Second, Rena?
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Thank you.
Thank you.
You're gonna send us the one, the next.
Can we move to adjourn and then we'll just pick up at the next meeting, whatever we
Yes,
have to
sir.
discuss
Yes,
here?
yes,
To adjourn or we continue?
You are continuing.
We're gonna continue?
So I
Okay.
move to continue the meeting to the date that's set by.
okay, we'll motion to adjourn
To
and
continue.
continue.
Motion to continue.
Yes,
But again, with the notation that it's separate from the work session.
Yes, sir.
correct,
Right?
Correct.
yes.
But they will, the work session and the meeting will be on the
Same
same,
day,
yes,
so we don't have to come back.
and
That's fine.
combine those.
Okay,
All in
Okay, so
favor?
And I just
thank you.
wanna,
All in favor? Aye.
second?
I agree. I
Okay.
just wanna commend the board and staff for,
It's a lot of work.
the work on Menzies, cause it really is, when they say that you did the right thing, I mean, that's pretty good, so congratulations and good work.
Good job for such a small.
I guess you deserve your raise. Thank
No,
you.
okay, see you all later.
Thank you.
Thank you. I was teasing you, okay?
Thank you for acknowledging and for
Thank you so much.
Thank you, then.
Yeah,
Sure
AG
they're-
thought you did it.
Sure that fees can correct.
AG thought you did it.
I'm sorry?
Guys, we're good.
See,
Was upset about.
Jay, I'm sure that fees can
It's,
correct.
it even it
No,
says it,
no,
you couldn't go in.
Yes.
You weren't able to see the truck.
That's the part, that's the part that's
Are we
always
off?
confusing.